colleague, but my name is Vanessa Quiroga. I am recruitment coordinator with Ascend, and I started back in July. And I work very closely with higher ed partners across the state to get students connected to the network to find jobs and opportunities within the state of Indiana. Um, so, Kunjan?
Hi guys, like Vanessa said, I'm her colleague. I'm also a recruitment coordinator with Ascend Indiana, and it's so great to have all of you guys today for this webinar. So I'm going to just tell you guys a little bit about what Ascend is. We are a nonprofit organization. We're based in Indianapolis, and we want to help students like you all just get connected to jobs and internships within the state of Indiana. So kind of how we do that is we have created the Ascend Network. So think of LinkedIn or Handshake, those online job platforms. It's a site like that, but we've added more of a personal human element to it. So before you can actually join our network, you have to have a 30 to 45-minute conversation with one of our managers of recruitment. So we have 4 right now on our team. You have a conversation with them just based on 30 to 45 minutes based on your different interests, career interests, and if opportunities align, you get to join our network. One of the cool opportunities about joining our network is we have over 400 different employer partners that we work with directly in Indiana. So we have that personal relationship with them. So whenever you're applying to different positions, we can advocate for you for those certain positions because we have that close relationship. And right now we have over 700 different positions as well that you can apply for, and we take any major. It's completely free for you, everyone to use. So I highly recommend using it as an option. So I'm going to put this link in the chat so you guys can get started with the process. And if you have any questions about the process or anything else like that, we have some time designated for the presentation that Vanessa is giving, but also you can ask as well afterwards. So I'll give it and hand it over back to Vanessa.
Thanks, Kunjan. So today's presentation is about goal setting and why do we set goals. And to give a little backstory, my senior year, I graduated with my bachelor's in social work, and social workers have to have a senior year practicum. So my practicum was with the Monroe County Correctionals, so MCCC, and I went into jails and I taught classes about reentry. So I taught classes on what their goals were. What was the goal that they had the first day they released, the first week they were released, the first month. And working with them to develop that made me realize that like goal setting is very important and very vital, especially in college and your career search. You need to be conscious of what your goals are and where you see yourself in the future. So I put a couple descriptions on here or definitions. These are basic. What is a goal? It's an objective a person is trying to reach or achieve. And then goal setting is a plan to motivate you to accomplish those goals. Okay, why is goal setting important? It helps with morale, so it gets you excited about the future next steps. It pushes you towards those success by you tracking it. You're able to see yourself succeed. You're providing self-accountability, so you're holding yourself accountable for those goals you're trying to reach, and it's making you set priorities that can help you with other day-to-day life tasks. So the steps to goal setting, first is to identify the goals. What are you looking for? Set an objective. List obstacles and variables, and this is pretty important because a lot of people don't do this. Like, you need to identify what stands in your way, or what are the barriers, or what is going to be difficult about reaching these goals. Identify people, identify who is going to do it with you, who are you going to ask for help from. List your skills and assets. So what do you have in your back pocket that can help you attain those goals, and develop a plan. And then after that, list the benefits. So what about this goal is going to be good for you? Why are you doing this for yourself? And also, since we have a small group, please stop me, ask questions. I really don't mind the interruption at all. So I know many of us have learned this in school, in grade school, in high school, and college, but SMART goals, and that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. And a lot of people have like different acronyms for, or different words for this acronym, but we'll get into that. So creating a specific goal. This all can also can mean simple, sensible, significant, and these are way more likely to be achieved than general goals because you have a specific thing in mind. So, what do I want to accomplish? Why is the goal important? Who is involved? Where is it located? And which resources or limits are involved? So, asking yourself those questions can help you really narrow down your goal and where it's going to lead you. So, measurable. Creating measurable goals. So this is important because you want to be able to track your progress and stay motivated. So keeping yourself accountable with those goals, and when you see that progress, it makes you want to attain that goal even more, and it helps you stay focused and meet those deadlines. So how much is it? So how much time is it? How much money is it? How much effort is going to take out of you? How many? How many people? How many resources are you going to need? How will I know when it is accomplished? By setting those deadlines or setting those measurable goals, you're able to track when it is accomplished or when you will get there. Attainable or achievable, it doesn't matter which word you use in the acronym. This is vital because you want to stretch your abilities, but you still want to be able to reach that goal. You want to make sure that you're exceeding your limits, but you're not making it difficult for you. So, how it's asking yourself that question again: how can I accomplish this goal? Like, am I able to? Is it realistic to get this goal based on my constraints? So, do you have enough money to do this goal? Do you have enough time to do this goal? Especially with you all in college, time is really hard to manage. Time management is a really stressful thing to figure out in college. So setting your goals and making sure you're fitting that into your busy schedule is really important. So the R in SMART is realistic or relevant. This is making sure goals matter to you. Like, don't just set goals to set them because you want to, you need to. They're important for your growth and progress in life. And make sure that it aligns with what you want in life. So does this seem worth it? Is the timing right? Does it match other efforts in your life? And I put these questions on there just for you to have them to ask yourself. So when you're writing goals or setting your goals, ask yourself these questions and write it out or plan it out that way. So is this goal timely or tangible? Do you have a timeline for the path forward? Is it also necessary when setting? This is also necessary when setting short and long-term goals because you're setting them apart. By setting a time frame, you're saying that these are my short-term goals. These are what I can reach now, and these are my long-term goals. This is what I can set later. So when, how long, what's the end date? It's important in your life to have both short-term and long-term goals because a lot of time your short-term goals will help you develop your long-term goals. So goal setting gives a long-term vision and a short-term motivation. Like I said, your short-term goals can build out to your long-term vision. So when I mean by short-term and long-term goals, a long-term goal, where do you see yourself in 5 years, 10 years? What occupation do you want? Where do you want to be working? And then short-term can be as small as, you know what, today I'm not going to spend any money. I'm on a spending freeze just for today. Or I don't want to eat out for a week. Those short-term goals are also helpful when training yourself how to set those goals for yourself and making sure you're achieving them. So a short-term goal is something that can be completed or accomplished in the near future. So today, this week, this month, or even in the year. Like I said, they can be really minute. Today, I don't want to go on Instagram, or today I want to make sure I get 20 minutes of exercise at least. So like just setting those small attainable goals for you helps you feel like you're progressing. And then long-term goals, that's something that can take a long time to accomplish, and that's okay. And if you like I said, it could be in a year or by the time you reach a certain age. Like I used to have this goal that by the time I turned 25, I wanted to go to Africa. Will I get there? I don't know, but it's something that I look forward to and something that I would continuously work towards. Like the question here, where do you see yourself in 10 years? And that's why Ascend is here, because we want to help you set goals. So we help you find those jobs and resources. So that's why I decided to do a goal setting, because I know the career search looks pretty daunting right now because of COVID, but we want to know that there are resources there out there for you all like us. And we want to make sure that you're reaching your goals. If you want to apply to so many jobs by the time Christmas comes around, we want to make sure that you're doing that. Or if you want to have an internship lined up by a certain date, we want to make sure that you're achieving those goals. So yeah, this is my information. This is also the link that Kunjan put in the chat, but please ask me any questions at all about my PowerPoint, about myself, about Kunjan, about Ascend, anything. We're pretty much open books. And I know I set myself up to do this in 15 minutes and I accomplished it in 10. So I went pretty fast and that's my fault, but please feel free to ask us anything or provide any information about Ascend. And if you don't feel comfortable saying it out loud, feel free to put it in the chat. We can also talk that way.
Yeah, Vanessa and I both recently graduated, so we definitely know how hard it is trying to find a job in the pandemic, because that's exactly what we did. So if you guys wanted to pull upon our experiences, definitely feel free to ask us.
You can also use this time to ask us about employers or internships, jobs, stuff like that. Or if you're intrigued about the Ascend network, you can utilize us that way. Somebody asks, what type of jobs positions are available within us or with Ascend? So Ascend is a third-party recruiter, so a lot of employers throughout the state. So we have a variety of different options, but we do range from full-time, part-time, and internships, and we work with all majors. So if you're looking for something in marketing or social services or communications, we have something for everyone.
Ryan said, so to join the Ascend network, we have to go through a 30 to 45-minute conversation.
Yeah, it's not an interview. It's with our managers of recruitment, and they're just trying to get to know you holistically. So what your interests are, what your goals are, where do you see yourself in the future, just so we're better fit you into the network. So you do have to have that one-on-one meeting to get into the network. Great question.
So I actually used the Ascend network to find a job, but I ended up getting a job within Ascend with the Ascend network. But yeah, we are both employees of Ascend as well. But I'm actually from Oklahoma, so I use the Ascend network to find jobs within Indiana. So it's very helpful for me just because within our network, we have all the employers, but we also have things listed about the employers and just different things like where you can eat near your area, how much a living is going to be near the area, and just like different activities. So that was also helpful for me as well, just because I had that. And then also your manager recruitment that actually does the 35 to 45-minute conversation with you. They're your mentor, so they help you throughout the process of giving you different positions that they think you'd be a good fit for and just advocating for you. So that was one of the things that I liked about the Ascend network, specifically because I wasn't from the state. Awesome. I don't think there are any other questions.
Well, thank you all for joining, and I'll be sure to follow up with a PDF version of my PowerPoint, Kunjan and I's information, and the link to sign up for Ascend. But if you don't have any other questions, thank you all for joining, and I really appreciate it.
Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you.